The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are coming off the game last week, which was a very interesting game in Charles. Ultimately, it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things that at the end of the year you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 12. Off play action, Pickett. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll run again with Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. That is caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Now a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Pickett. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you. Keep it.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper. 57 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. His first career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Pickett sets up play action. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They hand this off to Harris. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
26 yards. 1st down, Browns.
Thompson Robinson off of play action. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from the guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Thompson Robinson now. but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Going for it, Thompson Robinson. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bryant. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Here we go, set.
Throwing, Thompson Robinson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
First down and goal at the 4-yard line.
On the double.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Ready?
Thompson Robinson will look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
22 needle.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Off the play fake, Thompson Robinson sliding out of the pocket. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Dorian Thompson-Robinson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
Their own 25-yard line.
Bring it home, boys. We got this.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Pick it now on first down. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here's Pickett on second down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Boswell's kick is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ready.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. They'll roll him out right. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Black Ultra. Black Shot.
Thompson Robinson to throw on first down. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Complete to number 2, Amari Cooper. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's into the clear. Now he's free at the 35. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 15. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. Motion man is Schwartz.
Ready.
1st and 10. Thompson Robinson to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44.
Thompson Robinson's pass intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
A nice carry by Harris, who had tougher sledding than in his Pro Bowl rookie season, but still topped 1,000 yards as a Steeler sophomore. As Pittsburgh tries to climb back to the top of the AFC North, he remains a player that their offense relies on.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
2nd down. Here's Pickett. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Pickett. He'll let it fly for Austin. Touchdown! Calvin Austin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers get a bit closer. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Thompson-Robinson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 76 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And he pushed it right. It's no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Hey, way to make a play!
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Completes it to Austin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Harris. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Pickett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. Boswell for the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 13. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Thompson Robinson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Thompson Robinson now to throw. He'll find Schwartz, complete right side. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Thompson Robinson now. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off play action. Pickett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What a difference. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a, shall we say, a rather optimistic try here.
Come on, maintain that mental toughness. Let's go.
Guys, give us some time.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. The DTR going to throw it here. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Ready?
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Pickett looking to throw on second down. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. He's on his way. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Thompson Robinson will throw for this. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
No good. That keeps the score. Browns 46, Steelers 27.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This certainly has not been the start to the season that they were hoping for. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And now an audible here into something else.
Brings up second and 7.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. His third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Browns take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So how about this start to a year? Fantasy owners take note. 2 rushing touchdowns in the opener. 2 more here in week 2.
So a nice pickup by 2 entities. 1, this team for making sure they acquired this guy. And 2, anyone who plays fantasy who has him on their team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
Okay, this could be it. This could be it. This could be it.
Forward action.
Done. Here we go. Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Well, they call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about it.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Okoronkwo had a breakthrough when the Texans moved him from linebacker to the defensive line last season. Had a career-high 5 sacks. The Browns gave him a 3-year deal to try and unlock another level from him.
Pickett back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pop.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
Yeah, boys, we couldn't win any longer.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
He'll buy some time right. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On 2nd down, Thompson Robinson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Let's go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Sticking to the air, it's Thompson Robinson. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He may go. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Ready up.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Pause red. Shoot. Yellow.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick slant completes into Njoku. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Going for it, Thompson Robinson.
This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's a simple